Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing? In this Sunday's Gospel, we hear Mark's account of Jesus calming the storm. We're told that Jesus is asleep in the boat while a storm comes, and his disciples wake him up with these words, which we can really relate to and understand in a human sense. Jesus then proceeds to rebuke the wind and quiet the sea, and of course they obey. But then the attention turns to his disciples. He asks them why they are afraid and challenges them to have faith. They, in turn, marvel at what he's done and ask among themselves who this is that can do such things. There are at least two aspects of this story that are significant for us in our own faith journey. The first is precisely that identity piece, who Jesus truly is, which is actually a major theme in Mark's gospel, the concealment and revelation of Jesus' identity. And this is truly an episode that demonstrates that Jesus is the Lord of creation who has authority over the natural world. But there's also the element of the faith of the disciples and its deficiencies, which, by the way, is also a major theme in Mark's gospel. We should hear an echo of ourselves in these words of the disciples. In fact, how often do we ourselves ask that same question whenever we hit a rough stretch of our lives? Lord, don't you care? It's perhaps that sentiment in the passage that's most deserving of rebuke by Jesus. They're not questioning his ability to do something, although it does seem that they presume that he's as powerless as they think they are. Rather, they question whether he even cares. Now, this detail, by the way, is unique to Mark's version of the story, and it highlights something about discipleship. You see, the lesson here is not only does God care about the storms we face in our lives, but he also has the power to get us through them. Now, I think we understand this storm imagery and the core of the message, and yet, at the same time, when the storms do come in our lives, we find ourselves in the same position as the disciples here, asking, Lord, don't you care? You see, the one thing that we miss is that Jesus never promises that storms don't come. And that's the lesson for the disciples in the passage, and for us who are striving to be his disciples today. The storms do come, but our God is greater than the storms.